Hey everybody, welcome back to Nerdline Plays The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. We've been kind of like balling out of control here, 25 runs in a row as Eden, and they've been relatively easy, and I gotta say, 4 HP Magic Scab Book... Oh my god, that's disgusting. I apologize. 4 HP Magic Scab Book of Belial looks pretty good here. Damage stat seems pretty good right off the bat as well. CWX2 3V8S. It is Curse of the Labyrinth. Curse of the Labyrinth presents its own interesting problems here because we can really get off track for a deal with the devil super early. So we have to maybe try to get into the shop or find a tinted rock as soon as possible and then go to our boss rooms, and then we can handle things that normally we'd like to take care of earlier, like curse rooms and stuff like that. But for now, well, actually, now that I think about it, we have Book of Belial. We don't have to worry about our deal with the devil situation whatsoever. We're definitely going to get one on this floor and every floor that we could possibly get one on thereafter without a Joker card. So yeah, I'm glad we found our boss fight right off the bat, but at the same time, we didn't really need to in order to ensure ourselves a good situation here. You know what? Let's compromise. We'll use Chariot here against Gemini, and then we'll use Book of Belial on our next boss. We picked up Speedball here. I like this item. It's kind of like settling for me. It's settling around like a middle of the pack boss item, but what I'm learning pretty quickly is that it's really nice to have a couple of speed upgrades, just in case you end up picking up some of the good items you can get that also give you speed downgrade. Like Taurus can do that, and Lard is the one that's probably a little bit more ubiquitous, but it's still very useful to have that raw HP. Now let's see what the heck we get in our first deal with the devil here. We're going to go up to 5 HP, which is ridiculous, followed by an item that we don't really want to have with 5 HP, but hopefully we'll get the opportunity to deal with that later. So we get Moonstar, as Josh calls it. Whore of Babylon, as the rest of the world knows it. Moonstar pretty descriptive, though. I can't deny that. So hopefully we'll manage to make this work at some point here. It's not looking too likely in the near future, but the thing with Book of Belial is if HP eventually falls off, the deals with the devil won't. So we can always take, it like heavily incentivizes taking deals with the devil we might otherwise not be that interested in. So the ability to get the extra damage out of that will make it very nice, even if we have offers that we're not necessarily that fond of. But then it becomes a bit of a strategic game of chicken. Like, do you want to take a shit item from a deal with the devil that you don't want just to put yourself in the Whore of Babylon state? Just ate a granola bar, pardon me. Sometimes the granola has a tendency to get stuck in my throat. I read an article online, because this story is 100% true, and I know you're going to believe it when I tell it to you, because it's like super Northern Lion-y, I guess. But I bought this like 64 pack of Nature Valley granola bars from Costco, and about 1 in 12 of them, which is not that bad, but about 1 in 12 of them or something like that, is really kind of like gummy and weird and bad. So I Googled why are some... Oh my god. It's the Nature Valley Revenge. I Googled why are some Nature Valley granola bars bad, and I got a lot of articles like, are Nature Valley granola bars actually bad for you? And my answer to that question is, first off, if you want to know the real answer to that question, you should look it up. But my answer to that question is I don't care. The article was like, if you want to eat a chocolate bar, you should just eat a chocolate bar. I was like, you know what? I don't want to eat a chocolate bar. I want to eat... Oh my god, no. I want to eat some oats that are covered in delicious peanut butter, and I want 2 of them. And I'm happy with that. Don't take my Nature Valleys away from me, okay? When they came for the trans fats, I said nothing. And then when they came for the Nature Valleys, there was nobody left to say anything. Probably should not use, like, a poem from the Holocaust to describe my feelings about Nature Valley granola bars, but I wear my heart on my sleeve, man. I do want to go to the curse room. I mean, the pickups, I should say, that we've gotten so far. Isaac's heart is so disappointing, but everything else on this floor is turning out just fine right now. I'm hoping this item room just ends up being a little bit stronger for us, but we are going to make great time. I mean, we're going to be down to the Caves 1 at like 4.5 minutes, 5 at the worst, depending on what our curse room has going for us. Yeah, that's fantastic. This much HP has created a combo for us, basically, right off the bat here. Just want to see what we got in here. That's perfect. If we can get IV Bag, I would get rid, possibly, of Book of Belial for IV Bag. I'm going to use a bomb. Nah, actually, that's a bad idea. Yeah, we'll just go. Because IV Bag would allow us to get the most out of Bloody Lust and enter the Whore of Babylon state, so it would be a really, really good kind of like synergistic pickup for us to have. So we got one more floor to try to get over 5 cents if we can. I mean, the arrow was pointing right to it there. What's a girl to do there? I'm gonna put our bombs here and possibly have a chance to snag 48-hour energy. 2 48-hour energies, which is a little bit overkill for where we're at in the game, I'd say, with Book of Belial, but certainly not a bad thing to be able to use Book of Belial whenever we have the opportunity to do so. Should be able to finish this room off pretty quickly. It's kind of, I think it's maybe because of Pulse Worm that things look a little deceptively weak here. Like, I'm like, I should be killing enemies very quickly based on the size of my tiers, but I think Pulse Worm is tricking me there. Demon Baby, a completely acceptable pickup. What we're going to be hoping for here is a deal with the devil that does not contain Krampus and does not contain red chests. Anything that can actually give us some offensive push and also put us a little bit closer to actually getting to that permanent Whore of Babylon state would be nice. You know, IV Bag is great and might be one of the best spacebar items we can hold here, but it's also just a temporary solution. The other thing is we may not need to be in the Whore of Babylon state to win this run at all, but of course we'd rather be if we have a choice in the matter. A little bit scary here. I normally like to take them out when they're close to one another, but we got like 4 champions here. They're taking way more damage than I'd expect the bombs to normally take, and Demon Baby is also completely unpredictable. Man, that was very poor damage on my part. And a Tears downgrade. That's just a double slap in the face there. At least there's a Tinted Rock here. Unfortunately, I cannot get anything out of it because I do not have a bomb. With 5 cents, I could probably buy one, but I also want to save our money so we can get the granola. The attack of the granola, man. Why are you not all the way down in my stomach getting processed and turned into delicious glucogen? 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 Brain's breaking down. Alright. Guppy's head. You are alright. I'm gonna go get some water. You guys just chill here for a second. I'll be back. Ugh. Alright. Now I have a 2-liter bottle of sparkling water next to me. And watch the change here. This is gonna be gross. But you will hear me become me again. And I'm back. Probably that means this should be my last video for today. I kind of overdid it today. We did like a Rocket League stream in the morning. That took 3 hours. Kate's stream, and then this is like my 4th video today. But I've been on the ball because I'm not sick. Or I've been happy because I'm not sick, but maybe I'm overdoing it here a little bit. And you know, you gotta take care of your voice. It's your lifeblood when you're in this industry, and I'm guilty probably of overworking it sometimes. But you know, it's pretty selfish actually to overwork it because I could be just taking a little bit of relaxation right now. But I think we're gonna do what we can on the rest of this floor. Let's ignore my laryngitical problems here. That's probably not the way you'd normally use that word. And that was definitely not, we were like a good trade-off for our only bomb, I would say, but it is what it is. At least we're gonna have enough money to go down to the next floor and possibly spawn an arcade. And again, it's kind of like a double-edged sword. If we don't get the arcade, we don't really care because we still have Book of Belial. We still have like a good item here that does augment our damage in a positive way. This is probably going to be worth it as well. I will take Bob's Brain. I'm all over Bob's Brain, especially with Bloody Lust. Anything that makes getting hit not as bad as it normally is, or even sometimes good, we're going to take advantage of for sure. And I probably shouldn't have taken another 48-hour energy, but whatever. It doesn't matter too much. I think Bob's Brain continues to be a really, really underrated item, unfortunately. Unfortunately for the people who don't respect it, it's so much better than Isaac's Heart. Which is not really comparing apples to apples, but for real, like, people are always like, any item that does stuff like that makes my life harder is bad. Bob's Brain makes your life harder temporarily to give you such a good damage bonus and such good killing power. To be able to use it once per room is incredible. But I digress. I'm getting on my Bob's Brain soapbox again. We'll just head down to the next floor. At least a couple of minutes ahead of Boss Rush schedule here, but that's largely just antiquated due to our Book of, not Book of Belial, but our Curse of the Labyrinth earlier. So we'll head down, and then hopefully we'll be able to pick up a better deal with the devil here. Not that Guppy's head is bad if we become Guppy, but it's not immediately useful. Alright, so we're really banking on arcade action here for a little bit of fun, even if it just gives us the blood bag. I mean, that's more HP to work with for Bloody Lust in the future. Bloody Penny would also be a great pickup if we can swing that. Super Wrath, I did not mean to fight here. Right off the bat, I was hoping to pick up that penny. I mean, I would have come up here regardless, just not quite yet. There we go. That was a great hit, and Mr. Mega's pretty good. I think that Bob's Brain is affected by the synergies that you get for bombs. Like, it's definitely affected by sad bombs. So I see no reason why it wouldn't be affected by Mr. Mega. But it's weird sometimes, you know, like, Mr. Mega may affect Bob's Brain, but our actual bombs in the if we're Dr. Fetus don't get affected by any of our bomb effects. So I am basically past the point where I think I know everything about the game. I never got to that point, but I'm at the point where I'm like, don't question it. Just, you know, observe and report, basically, as you see how things go in the game. We'll find out. If the screen shakes when Bob's Brain hits something, I'm inclined to believe that it is getting the Mr. Mega synergy, but we have to see that happen. I think that was Mr. Mega, probably. That was also incredibly poor damage on my part, but, you know, life goes on. Double champion here. I think the new strategy is just leave them alive as long as possible. Try to leave just when they're about to die, just for shits and giggles. And the Halo is fantastic here, and could start me off on another Sugar Ray trajectory. I know that people sometimes, I wouldn't say get mad, but they correct me and they say the Halo's not that good, you know, it's just +3 tiers or something like that. It's a psychological thing, man, and the fact that it brings up, you know, everything equally, like you're filling up a swimming pool or something like that is I think it's important, at least. I think it's nice, let's put it that way. It's not just the damage. Damage is nice, but it's not always the be-all, end-all. Having a little extra speed doesn't hurt either. Little extra shot speed doesn't hurt. Sometimes you can even get off with a little bit of extra range. Man, I would have loved that to be a guppy item, but 2 Spirit Hearts when you didn't expect anything like that to come is also pretty good. Bob's Brain, Bob's Brain. Now we say no to Bob's Brain. At least we landed that one in there in the end. Still a little disappointed. All right. Trying to complete the Guppy Dream here is probably the #1 thing on our list. We are at 5 HP. Literally possible that we get a deal with the devil that drops us down to Horror Babylon state, but very, very unlikely. I would think that you're probably looking at not really a safe bet. Let's put it that way. And actually, really happy we picked up Bob's Brain because Carrion Queen is going to be a lot easier, although still fairly difficult as a result of this. I really feel like Carrion Queen might actually be the most difficult boss proportional to when you fight it in the entire game. It's just so annoying. Obviously, any kind of piercing shot or bomb is gonna help you get through it a little faster, but if you don't have anything along those lines, it's a real pain in the ass. Even if you do, sometimes it is. I really thought that would land. That one did. Okay, not HP. Speed up. Very happy to have it. Could be Krampus. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's high time for a Krampus fight. I seem to predict it a lot. It's just, here's my method for predicting whether or not we're going to fight Krampus. Would it be bad to fight Krampus right now? Well, let's say the first thing on the list is, have you fought Krampus yet? And if the answer to that question is no, would it be bad if you fought Krampus? A little bit, then it's time to go. You were going to fight Krampus. 100%. Obviously, I'm being facetious. I need to explore a little bit more, even though we've been to all the quote-unquote special rooms. I think it's important for us to see if we can actually follow through on that arcade situation. Our damage is good, but it could be a lot better. And also, there's a curse room here that I didn't even think about. And I'm a little bit ashamed that I even entertained the possibility of leaving this floor before checking it out. Yeah, ended up being decent for us from an HP perspective, at least. Hematemesis. Kind of terrible, actually. There's no arcade as well, which is the real disappointment. I guess the good thing about Hematemesis is that we can get into the boss trap room now. And you know what? With Bob's Brain, I'm hoping for some more bomb synergies. Like, in particular, Mr. Mega plus butt bombs, I think would be pretty solid if we can manage to get that happening. But for now, let's see what's in here. It's just a regular chest, so I'm not interested. Instead, let's blow this up for a chance at a secret room. Lucky me. And we haven't had Magic Mush yet, so I think I'm going to try all of these. In the hopes of, if not getting Magic Mush, at least getting some half-decent stuff. Telepills. Not really what I was looking for. And are you a wizard? Even more the opposite. And health up. Not really strong, but I mean, it is in some situations, but not in our situation right now. But let's see if we can take it to the next level and maybe use our last bomb here to find a second secret room. At which point we could pop Hematemesis and maybe pick up a bunch of Eternal Hearts or something. Yeah, I think it's probably right here. Alrighty, we'll be leaving this floor then. Shows what I know as we head down to the next floor. Halo's good, otherwise a little bit of a disappointment overall there, I'd say. Ah, but the left hand rears its beautiful head. There we go, Are You a Wizard is finally over there. We will take this, because we do have an outside chance of becoming Guppy. We don't have Mom's Knife, we don't have Brimstone, so we're not going to have anything that would like ruin our synergy with it. Sorry to Pulseworm, but now we actually, I think, have a little bit more of a realistic view of how our run looks from a damage perspective as well. Like before, I was like, why am I doing such shit damage when my tiers are so big? Now I'm like, oh, actually, our tiers are not really that big. Pulseworm was just being a little bit obscuring there, I suppose. Okay, watch out for Bob's Brain. That found the secret room, which is actually a really big surprise for me. Well, not a really big surprise. You know, it's not like Jerry leaving the Spice Girls or anything like that, but it was more surprising than not. 3 extra bombs and still looking for a Tinted Rock for sure. Also really on the lookout for basically any DPS upgrade that I can get. A little bit weak in that department right now, but obviously we have some ways out of it. We have both Bloody Lust and Whore of Babylon, just unfortunately with the utter inability to make them work for us right now. Oh, that would have been a great time to actually land that. It actually worked out very well. But that's a situation where butt bombs would have been fantastic as well. Would have killed everything on that first explosion. Oh, watch out for the hands this time. Oh, that's not... I should have used Bob's Brain the other way, but it worked out anyway. Let's use a bomb to get into our item room. We're more short on bombs than we are on keys. Plus, we get to blow up this guy in the process. Maggie's bow. Alright, well, we've got a couple of conflicting ways to look at HP right now. I'm thinking that Whore of Babylon is looking extremely unlikely unless we get kind of a random Guppy's Paw, which would have been hilarious if that was it right there. Are You a Wizard? Speed up. Speed up is good. And if we have to use like a last minute, like, lose HP card, at least we have Hematemesis to make that happen if we find a blood bank or an arcade, which would contain a blood bank. Either way is fine. But we might just go, like, the opposite of Glass Cannon here. We might go, like, you know, Adamantium Cannon. Although, admittedly, we're not particularly cannon-y right now. It's more like an Adamantium Feather or something like that. Great name for your Xbox Live gamer tag if you're in the market for it, but not a particularly fun Rebirth build right now. But we're just on the cusp of this, like, completely, you know, popping off here. Oh, come on. I'm trying to thread the needle here with Bob's Brain. There we go. We got one. Yeah, if we could just get, basically IV Bag, a lot of our damage woes would completely go away. We'll take Blue Map. Having the ability to find second secret rooms with a Hematemesis pill is valuable. And I'd say we probably, at this point, give up on our dream of boss rush. Pardon me. Even though we're like a minute ahead of schedule for that, I wouldn't particularly consider it to be likely. Let's get another dead end here. And that's, again, exceptionally poor damage on my part. Another speed up. I need to buckle up a little bit when it comes to this, might as well. When it comes to Bob's Brain, I'm taking some damage that I really shouldn't be taking, especially since I talked up Bob's Brain. I should really, I should clarify that it's me taking the damage first. It's not Bob's Brain taking the damage. I've had used Bob's Brain on many occasions, and I've enjoyed it quite a lot, and that's my unpaid testimonial. But I would like it, perhaps, if I could stop being so silly. On the bright side, really nice damage bonus as a result of our own idiocy, so it is always nice to be rewarded somewhat instead of punished. You know what? We don't really want Hematemesis unless our second secret room works out that well. We could, theoretically, if we get very lucky, use the Moon card to get out of boss rush. It's not my #1 priority. If it could happen, great. If it can't, pretty much working as expected. Can live with it either way. Don't take damage. Bob's Brain. Bob's Brain's gotta land. It did. Oh, thank God. It's got like 80% of the combat on this room as well. And this floor just never ends, man. I don't know if it's long or we're just kind of not doing very much damage here, but is taking forever. Now, hopefully that lands and we can get some easy kills here. And we can easily take out one of these guys. That's not going to be much of a problem. That was just terrible damage. Okay. Luckily, we still have Book of Belial, so the dream is very much alive for getting either a good item or losing enough HP that we can succeed, or both. Succeed by getting Whore of Babylon, but we're almost at the point where I'd rather just get the good item outright because I don't really have the hearts to pull off this strategy anymore. Take Small Rock, which is fantastic, and then 3 red chests. If they are not Guppy, which they are not, this is another colossal failure for us on the Deal with the Devil track. Very, very disappointing. Did get Balls of Steel, though. That's really good. Take the Moon card down to the next floor. I guess we might as well take the HP. Our hands are kind of tied here, and we'll just head down. Unfortunate or fortunate? I don't know yet. I mean, I guess I'm really pleased that we did get the Small Rock. That's a huge damage upgrade. More and more pills. Man, okay, well, let's be optimistic. We are certainly setting ourselves up to have a nice damage bonus from Bloody Lust here right off the bat, but I am losing a lot of confidence here. And all of a sudden, this is looking like, well, we should check our secret room here. This is looking like it's going to be a run where Maggie's bow actually carries us, which is very unexpected, but it just goes to show that you know, luck, it doesn't matter if we get hit that much, because we do have, first off, Bloody Lust, but secondly, also, Book of Belial. So we're going to get our deals with the devil regardless. But, yeah, we've got many different ways of luck to manifest itself here. And you know what? Maybe it's time to take a different approach. Maybe it's time to say, basically, fuck Whore of Babylon as much as I'd like to be able to use it. And instead, just be excited about having Maggie's bow plus Bloody Lust, which we can use to our great effect, hopefully. And we got Black Candle. No more curses. Very happy to see that. Something like Pyromaniac would be particularly strong. This is okay. I mean, like we might as well... I shouldn't have cost myself that black card probably, but to get the damage bonus on this floor by doing this is probably worth our time. We've already taken at least 4, that'll be 5 hits now, so we've got to be at the maximum damage bonus, and we can always come back there and get healed up if we need to. But yeah, let's go full aggro build here now. It's very unusual, but... Gotta do what you gotta do. Do I want those spirit hearts? Do I want to use my bombs to get spirit hearts? Yes, probably. 1 bomb, 1 key for whatever this pays out with. The golden chest, or sorry, the golden poop, whatever it gives us is just gravy on top, I think. And that was actually like quite a lot of money. So let's go back to our shop and maybe we will purchase something like that and donate the rest. And continue this march to equilibrium that we've got going on. I don't remember what the pill is. We are going to miss boss rush, and you know what? That's completely fine. That is not an enormous concern to me right now. We should have just done this big room right off the bat. I was thinking this floor had like a really strange layout or something like that, but it was really just strange because I chose not to approach this big room at all. Okay, we do want to go to the curse room. There's no secret room next to it, so might as well just go for it. We get the goat head, which means we can actually replace Book of Belial now, which I would not mind doing, but the price has to be right. IV bag would be the right price, especially if we could somehow get Bloody Penny. So we are definitely going to go wild on this. And if it could actually pay out with what I needed to pay out with the IV bag here, this would be a great 1-2 punch to still be able to have the efficacy of Book of Belial, but also have IV bag to put us in the Whore of Babylon state, or probably what I'm going to look at it for right now is just using it as Bloody Lust. And if we manage to get the Whore of Babylon state in there somehow anyway, that's fine too. But they have conflicting like ways to get there, if that makes sense. Like, it's hard to get into the Whore of Babylon state, stay there, but also somehow have enough HP to take advantage of Bloody Lust. Bloody Lust is a little bit more within our control right now. The cancer pickup is really good for the wafer effect, which I think will help us out when it comes to getting full Bloody Lust fairly easily. Unless IV bag takes 1 regardless, but I can't imagine why it would. It should take 1 to start with and then half of a heart every play after that. Yeah, this could be a really amazing floor for us. Just some items that kind of have come out of nowhere here to help us out a lot. Now watch, we'll get Guppy's Paw and like my quest for Whore of Babylon will be finally complete. But would I rather have Bloody Lust or Whore of Babylon? I don't know. They're both really good. It's a decision I can't quite resolve right now. Pandora's box. It's like 20 cents here. I'm gonna take it, but know that I wanted to take it further with me. Or I'm gonna use it, I should say, but I wanted to take it further with me. But I really can't give up IV bag, especially after asking for it for so long. Alright. Mom fight, I don't think is gonna be that difficult. Certainly we'll have had more difficult ones in our D4 and D20 deluge that we had earlier. And just watch. That's exactly what we're watching for, is an opportunity to offload Bob's brain on somebody else. We're almost done with this already. One more hit should sell it. There we go. Of course we get to deal with the devil. We'll take the Polaroid. And yeah, contract from below is fine. I mean, it's not particularly incredible for us here, but we can live with it. Womb 1. Let's try this. Yeah, so 6 plays. Everyone after the first one only cost us half a heart, which is actually really good for our sustainability. So we'll already be at the maximum damage bonus here. Gotta hit that. Yeah, we'll already be at the maximum damage bonus here, which is kind of a big surprise that we were able to do this. And because of Maggie's bow, we should be able to do this semi-consistently as well. All we need to do is get some red hearts dropping. Red chests should be dropping as well, thanks to the left hand, but unfortunately we seem to find ourselves unable to do that a lot of the time. I'm very thankful for that. Thank you for the full red heart there. It helps out if we're not going to do Whore of Babylon, or even if we are, it might. Ooh, this is interesting, but largely terrible so far. Man, just no guppy luck here. And I think that's like... I can't remember. I guess we were guppy on some of our D20, D4 runs, but those barely count. But I've been feeling like we've been, you know, teased a little bit. We've been cat teased. We're trying to get this guppy dream happening. We get one item early, and then, you know, a second one never shows up, or it shows up too late to have a reasonable chance of getting a third one. It's a disappointment. I miss the guppy dream somewhat. But usually, you know, when it rains, it pours. Or should I say, when it rains, it purrs. So we'll get like a lot of guppy all at once. I don't know what it is about that, you know, clumping, but Nutty Professor 2, man. It's randomness. What's randomness's favorite movie? The Clumps. Oh, seriously though, the papers are due on my desk by Friday. All right. Gotta offload Bob's brain here. Or we could just kind of sell it and then, or lease it and then pick it back up when it's done traveling. Okay. Very poor damage on my part. Got a little bit of a window here. This is what we want to do. Take out those guys. They're annoying. And 2 red chests. Gives us 2 spirit hearts. No guppy items, but now you got me thinking, sure, contract from below, combined with the left hand, does give us a pretty good chance. It would be really nice if this deal with the devil found it in its heart to give us an extra guppy item, though. I will say that. Like really a cavalcade of the most annoying enemies we can possibly come across here, and it's pretty much what we expected. Our boss fight is over here. Haven't picked up any red hearts, so we might have to kind of... Oh man, that was really bad. Might have to do things the old-fashioned way on the next floor and try to actually not take damage. I know, it's a weird strategy. I don't know how it's gonna work. Oh, don't leave yet. Wait till he dies. Interesting. No guppy, but got my hopes up temporarily. 2 of diamonds. Can't make this stuff up. The last one was worth literally 1 cent. What a valuable card. But we are at 99 cents, so that was a cheap and easy way to do it. If Whore of Babylon, or not a Whore of Babylon, if Money Equals Power shows up at some point later, that will be worth its weight. Worth our weight for it. Worth Tom weights. First level cube of meat orbital, not that valuable right now. And we get the mark. I mean, I think it's pretty much a foregone conclusion right now that our guppy dream is not going to happen. Real surprise, real disappointment, but now all we got to do is worry about survival. And I'm just going to immediately go to our secret room. I don't really care that I'm fighting Super Greed. I care that I'm probably going to be able to skip a lot of rooms here that I don't want to do. We got great value out of Bob's brain there as well. Don't really need the money, of course, but kind of hoping maybe the second secret room just contains a lot of money, or a lot of HP, I should say. We don't need much to actually get back to max HP. That was a really good strategic use of the moon card, I gotta say. Yeah, like, we don't need very much HP to get back into this here. That's probably not what I'm looking for, but if I can get some spirit hearts or like a lover's card or a full health pill or something like that out of this, this is fine. One of these days it has to pay out. Allow me to take this moment to rehydrate, though. Whipworm is not valuable enough, I think. Joker, we will save it for the next floor where it could be very useful for us, honestly. Doesn't really matter if we give up red hearts. Every spirit heart is actually quite valuable, so I'm very happy about this. I'll play this for all 99 cents if we have to. Like, I don't really gain anything out of the money right now, assuming we don't get money equals power. If we do later, I'll be a little disappointed, but eventually this thing's gonna pay out with Crystal Ball anyway. Man, our luck stat must be just total shit if this is how this is working out right here. When life gives you lemons, reroll. Well, that's what we're doing right now. We've literally gotten 3 payouts from 48, now 49 cents here, so we're about halfway through our stack, but we're gonna keep it going. Hasn't taken that long. Probably should not shoot this just in case a fly comes out or something. Store credit is meaningless here. If it wants to take all 99 cents, fine by me. Swallowed penny, also worthless here. The Hermit is not very good for us right now because we have a better card, but we could have used it as a teleporter on the next floor. Safety cap. It's debatable. Petrified poop is not good enough. We're going to be getting rid of the left hand anyway, but you never know if it's going to give us 2 red chests with guppy items or at least spirit hearts or teleportations to a devil room or something on the next floor. Like, they still could be good. Or it still could be good, I should say. The tick. That's not what we want. Although the lifesteal is actually potentially somewhat valuable, but I'm not gonna touch that bucket of worms. I gotta see what this stuff is, and I want the tinted rock, obviously, but I want to like blow the tick away from the door. Hermit, we don't want. And then there was one more card. Hermit, I think it was the second Hermit card. Okay, that's fine. 2 spirit hearts for 99 cents. It's a pretty shit deal, but at the same time, I'm very glad that we had the opportunity to take that shit deal, you know? If you're out of gas, you might take offense to paying $5 a liter, but if you need that gas in order to get home, you're probably happy the gas station's just there to begin with, is my philosophy on things. It's the free market, baby. Supply and demand. You live by the Keynesian dynamics, you die by the Keynesian dynamics. 507, ride or die. That's not 507? I don't know where I'm going with that one. It's 187, ride or die, Northern Line. Come on now. I'm a little bit on edge. This run does have the potential to go wrong. Never really like committed to a theme on this run. At first it was going to be Whore of Babylon type run. Then it became like a weird Judas Book of Belial thing. And then it became we got a lot of HP. We're going to do like a Samson Bloody Lust type run. But I think our defense is going to win out here. We just have way too much in the way of strong defense to not try our Bloody Lust strategy. And it's working out well-ish so far. You get Sister Maggie, man. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'll take it, I guess. But it's debatable. Which is very sad, because it doesn't take much to convince me to buy an item with my HP at this point. I'll use a bomb here. The thing that amazes me the most about this situation right now is that we've gotten literally 0 red hearts in 2 floors of action. Admittedly, on the last floor, we didn't spend very much time. You know, we got the hell out of there as soon as possible. What? Oh, my daddy long legs, man. Oh, my God, okay. Well, if you're gonna take damage, it should be on this room. So we do have the cancer effect active right now. 2 keys. And that's the other thing, I guess, is like, we have contract. Oh my God, we have contract from below. So I'm kind of like, if I get hearts, I get 2 of them, and they heal me for double. That's helpful, but at the same time, where the heck are my red hearts? Red hearts go a long way here. Admittedly, part of this is my poor play, but I think I can explain away a little bit of the Bob's Brain hazardousness that I've been suffering from with it having Mr. Mega. So I think it has a larger blast radius. Which is something that I should have adapted to. Thank God for that. Something I should have adapted to, but at the same time, I think that does explain, perhaps, why I'm not doing as well with Bob's Brain as I normally like to consider that I can, at least. But that's not really an adequate defense when we're this late into a run. So I'm thinking on this floor, we definitely don't touch IV bag. We save IV bag. Alright. We save IV bag and then use it on the next floor if we find some red hearts that we can take advantage of. But this floor will be like, you know, get back to decent HP, hopefully. And the next floor can be use that HP or leverage that HP to get something more out of it. But we are at the point, and I'm kind of surprised that we ended up getting here, but we're kind of at the point where I need, or would like to see, a really good item on the chest in order to kind of raise my confidence a little. Sometimes you don't need it. I feel like we sort of could use it here. And actually, that luck upgrade is so valuable. We've been suffering a lot. You saw, I mean, it's not necessarily proof that our luck sucks, but you saw us play that slot machine or donation, and one of these days I'll get it right, the fortune teller, and only get like 10 payouts on 99 plays. Maybe that's just me having higher expectations than I should, but you would expect that we'd get something more than that there. So I'm kind of trying to wait for Bob's brain to come back here. I could just get this guy to shoot this tinted rock as well. That would be fine. That should do it. Okay, we got 2 keys out of it. Man, that is like the inverse of what I was looking for. 2 of hearts. Actually really, really valuable. Okay, so the 2 of hearts card ended up really coming through in the clutch there. We have 6 HP containers. So at 4 or 3, I guess we'll be at 3.5 next. At 3.5, we might want to pop it. But if we could save it till the next floor and then use it then, that would be a really nice bomb for us to pull out there. And this room sucks real bad, so if possible, I'd really like to just leave it. Oh, we have no bombs, so I have to fight it. Oh, that's a huge disappointment. Now I'm extremely pleased that we have 2 of hearts. Because were it not for this, we might find ourselves getting worn down by this room. I mean, admittedly, it's going pretty well right now. We haven't taken any hits at all, but that can change pretty quick. Really thought Bob's brain was going to hit us there. Really thought we would get hit there as well, but luckily no such luck. Where is... There it is. And I almost got hit again at the end. We get 2 bombs, which obviously are not for me, and then 1 bomb, which is also not for me. And finally, an easy room. Followed by another easy room. Can't fly. Followed by another actually pretty easy room, if we're being 100% honest here. I'd like to be able to get into this second secret room, drop a bomb. 2 bombs. Well, you're too kind. And now, we find 5 pills. Are you a wizard? Health up. Why not? With 2 of clubs. 2 of hearts, sorry. Telepills is kind of a weird one. I don't know. Okay, so we have 4.5. Definitely next time we get hit, we want to pop 2 of hearts to get maximum value out of it. We could also IV bag ourselves to do it, but if we're going to do that, I'd rather wait till the next floor so we can at least get the damage bonus on what's going to be a much longer floor, considering we're already at the boss here. So next hit, 2 of hearts. Next hit, 2 of hearts. I'm starting to get a little bit of renewed confidence here. Doesn't look quite as bad as it might have a few rooms ago. The 2 of hearts card really changed my outlook on this. I still kind of liked our chances before, but I like them a lot more now that I know I have kind of like a failsafe to fall back on. And I did just pop it, and honestly, I'm not mad about it, or I'm not concerned about it, honestly. This is just working as intended. You know, this is the reason you get things like a 2 of hearts card. So you can use them. And if you don't use them, sure, maybe you get some bragging rights out of it. But if you do use them, well, that's what they're there for. I don't know how many times I can repeat the same sentiment over and over, but we're at probably our maximum damage bonus from Bloody Lust. Still not really blowing the doors off here, but considering we got 4 items about to come our way. Oh, yeah, don't forget to drop the left hand. This is one of those situations in which it may actually prove very, very dire. It's always so satisfying when that happens, because I know there's already going to be like 20 comments like, oh, I bet he forgets to drop the left hand. Joke's on you, sucker. Mom's Contact is a great item for us. Nod Leaf is interesting. Mr. Boom is useless. Spoonbender is also good. How useful it is probably debatable, but this is interesting for sure. So I'm thinking we stand still. We have Demon Baby, and we have a cube of meat, so I can scum it up a little bit. Maybe we'll like fire Bob's brain and then stand still. Fire Bob's brain, then stand still. We do have 1 bomb, and I'm totally gonna use it here. It didn't find the secret room. That's how well it was insulated. I find that quite surprising, Mr. Bomb. That didn't find it either. Come on. Oh my god, like Demon Baby finished the job. We still got it, but there's a hassle and a half there. Hassle and a half there. So we do have not Demon Baby. We do have Blue Map. Not even close on that one. And we're going already towards the direction that I would assume that the boss would be most likely to be in. Closest to the second secret room. It's not an exact science, but provides us with an approximation. This room's surprisingly tough. I mean, we haven't gotten any damage bonuses out of Bloody Lust, so that's really what's going to be holding us back here on these early rooms. But it's better this way, so we have HP that we can use against Blue Baby. And honestly, we have kind of like a cool duck and weave approach we can use against Blue Baby if we have to. Why take the extra key if we don't need to? We can... Shouldn't have done that. But we can just hit him with Bob's Brain, go in a nod leaf state, come out when Bob's Brain is active and hit him again, and just kind of rinse and repeat that over and over. And I'm interested to see if that would actually work out. It's an approach that I have never tried before. I would really like to kill Gluttony last here. Having a little bit of extra HP to be able to draw from, I think is more valuable than a tarot card. You know, every HP that he drops is worth more than it's disproportionately worth something for us. Like, we can take the half heart here, and then we've got 2 hearts basically sitting on the ground. We've got a black heart we can take advantage of as well. Please tell me this is the way to the boss, though. Ooh, that's a bit of a blow to my confidence here. Well, we'll do the big room then. And it's not the worst, probably. Yeah, it's just gonna take a while, but I'm resigned to the fact that we're gonna be at this one for a while here. We'll just throw Bob's Brain in there whenever we get the chance, and if we can get kind of like a maelstrom happening with a lot of pieces at once, that's going to be advantageous for us because, you know, the blast radius on Bob's Brain is going to be huge here, thanks to Mr. Mega. Just make sure it doesn't blow up in your own face, as it has, I don't know, maybe 20 times throughout this run. Every time a little bit more disappointing than the one before it, but we're almost done at least this room, and you have to feel like the boss is going to be at least close to this area. I mean, the second secret room, like I said, not an exact science, but helps out. We got very, very lucky to not get hit there. It's usually got a pretty good, like, coincidence with where the boss room ends up being. Okay, we're dealing mostly with spiders at this point, which is good news. That might be the last piece. Oh, those 2 were the last piece. And again, we got very lucky to not get hit there. We also summoned or spawned a red heart, which is really useful for us. I'd rather that our Demon Baby takes out the spiders. Beautiful. And I had a feeling that this would probably be like a useless room. Basically, like I should have just gone to the tall room, but that's one of my fatal flaws. I always try to stay away from big rooms whenever I have the opportunity to do so. But that's just going to make more work for me here. This is awesome. I think at this point we got to maybe commit a little bit extra and get to that maximum damage bonus. And I'm assuming that probably just up here is going to be this boss fight. Just a little bit away from where we are at present. And now our damage is actually not complete shit because we're at that maximum damage bonus. But we do have to make sure we don't take too much damage as well, because I did kind of squander... Oh yeah, it's perfect. I did kind of squander some of the red hearts that were on the ground. There's at least 2, which is basically at least 4. So I'm not overly concerned. No, I'm sorry. I love absurdity as much as the next guy. We've just barely gotten by this one on the skin of our teeth. Forget me now. I will save you for a later date. And I apologize for not being absurd, but at the same time, the D4 and D20 runs really took it out of me a little bit here. This one ended up being much more tactical, and I kind of had to commit to something I wasn't comfortable committing to, so I feel like I should just, I should take ownership of it. I would hate to see it fade away because I got like Curse of the Blind soy milk or something on the next floor. But anyway, that's fine. A little bit of extra damage never hurt anybody, except for, of course, the literal, you know, lack of truth in that. We have the cancer effect working for us here, so it's extremely unlikely that we end up dying here, even though our damage still does leave quite a lot to be desired. Let's see if we can land a Bob's Brain shot there. I still love when he goes, Diablo 2? I'm telling you, he's saying Diablo 2. He's a big fan. Who wouldn't be? One of the greatest isometric action RPGs of all time. But for now, we have won again. Easy start, tough mid, and then surprisingly difficult finish, but we finished it off anyway. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.